Guys, it's WTF right here on the DJB Productions Network. My name is Danny J. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, hit the notification bell, leave some comments, share the channel. We got another great show for you today. First, let's say hello to my good man, Brandon Smith.
Yo, what's up? What the fuck?
Then we got
Productions.
Val Thompson.
What's up?
And then we got my girl, Chrissy Pino.
What the fuck, guys? How are you?
Another edition of WTF. I hope you guys are liking it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We got plenty of these every week coming out, and we got plenty of stuff to talk about. What the fuck? So tonight is a great episode as well. We're talking about you hate your ex so much that you switch teams. You go to the dark side. I don't care. Whatever you want to say about it. You know, Val, this happened to you. You got married, and then you got divorced, and then you said, "The hell with men," and you went with women. This is what happened to you, is it not?
Well, I wouldn't say exactly what Scott. Pretty much. I mean, I wouldn't say I hated him. I mean, towards the end, I didn't like him much, but you know.
I didn't like him too much, but I didn't hate him. Hate's a strong word.
I was questioning my sexual orientation by then, for sure.
Right.
You know, I mean, I always thought people were hot. But I wasn't like, oh, I wanted to pick one. You know?
Now, did that have a play in your divorce, though? Seriously, though.
We were already having issues anyway, so it was really yet another, you know.
Another reason, too, but it wasn't the reason for. Okay.
Yeah.
Was he going through your phone all the time?
Was he going through your phone?
My phone. And I was like, dickhead. Yeah, no.
Yeah. He's like, Val, go make some meatballs or go buy them, whatever you got to do. I just need your phone for a second. No.
I know, right?
But you know, but that wasn't a deciding factor. It helped you along to finalize your decision.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty accurate.
Okay.
Yep.
Pino, did this ever happen to you?
No, I never hated a man so much that I like switched teams. Never.
No. Did you ever switch teams because you liked them so much?
Huh?
Did you ever switch teams because you liked them?
I find females attractive. I do, but no, I've no. I mean, I think I'm not one. I mean, I could definitely go and say, "Oh, that's a she's pretty. My friends are pretty."
Right. Did you ever order a pizza? Did you ever order a pizza and then say, "All right, this is making me want to switch a team"? Did you ever do that? Like, I'm just trying to see if you switch teams.
Like, he just wants to know if you have.
No, like go from pepperoni to pineapple.
Right. Now, Brandon,
no, I don't like pineapple on the pizza. Sorry.
Now, Brandon, you're from Cali, where everybody's laid back. Is it
Pretty
one of
much.
those things? Is it one of those things where do you have a lot of that happening out there?
Yeah, definitely.
Is it really? Is it really?
Definitely a lot more. But
Yeah.
What I'd say on this is that there's nothing that any girl could do to make me switch teams. I'd say even through the divorce now too. It's like, I'm going out, I get more pussy than I did when I was married.
I mean, Brandon comes to work and he's like so angry with stuff, and he tells me all this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, that sucks, and I'm like, and I'm waiting for him to drop the ball, be like, you know what?
Match.
He's like, the hell with it. We got a guy that works out near us down at the job. I'm going to ask him out. I'm waiting for that to happen. It never does. So,
what the fuck?
To be honest, I mean, I could say that a girl is attractive. Another girl's attractive, or like definitely. I've been to the bars, and you're like, that girl is very, very pretty, very attractive.
You ever get hit on?
Girls
but
are
I like the way men smell. I like the smell of men, the cologne, like men cologne. Like if I smell a guy walking by and he has amazing cologne on, he smells great.
Yeah.
He could be like 2 foot tall. I don't even care. It's the scent that I get, and I'm like, what is he wearing? You know what I mean?
Right.
Be a freaking I don't care.
So Vern Troyer comes in the room. He's about a foot and a half tall, right? And he can waddle over to you, but he's got like Eternity for Men on. And you're like, come here, you little bald bastard.
Not eternity for men. I mean,
I don't know.
Good. Some Gucci,
Men don't wear that.
Not eternity for men.
Well, here's a funny thing. Here's a funny story.
For men. What the fuck, Dan? That shit sold at Walgreens. No.
That's what I wear.
No.
Real men don't wear that.
Now, but here's a funny story though. I was friends with a girl for a long time. And she was like super attractive. And we were very close. And it just was one of those things where we were never single at the same time. So we never got together. But had we been single, we probably would have, that type of thing, right? And she loved the smell of Obsession for men, right? So she used to like get the Obsession has a cream, an after cream for when you shave your face and all. And she loved the smell of Obsession. So when she shaved her legs, she used to use that for her legs because she loved the smell.
See, that's weird. No,
No,
Well,
yeah.
let me finish though. So I got used to.
I'm a female. I want to smell like flowers and
Well,
like,
she smelled like Obsession for men, right?
No.
So I'm smelling this. I'm seeing these gorgeous legs being like rubbed down real slowly, and they look good and stuff like that. And I'm associating 1 and 1 equals 2, right? So one day I go with my buddy to the movie theater, and I'm standing in line, and the guy in front of me has Obsession for men on, right? And I start to smell it. And I'm talking to my buddy, and I start getting horny. And I turn around, I'm like, what is this? And I see this guy there. I said, no, this shouldn't be. I said, now she mind fucked me because I'm smelling this stuff and I'm getting turned on, and I shouldn't because it's a guy clone.
So maybe you want to switch teams. I don't know. Maybe
I might have.
TMI, bud.
You know?
Because I've never got turned on by a female and her perfume. I will tell you that. No.
Has a female ever hit on you? You're like, whoa.
No, never got turned on. I mean, I have smelled nice perfume on someone and been like, hey, what is that perfume you're wearing? It smells amazing. And I've gone and bought it, but I've never got turned on.
I think she probably would go up to you and like try and hit on you, and it's like, nah, that girl will go through my phone. Fuck that.
Okay, so I have a question for Val. What made you like go from being married to a man and then switching teams?
It's funny. Like when I was young and stuff, like I never would have been like, oh, I think women are attractive and stuff. Funny story too. When I was just vacationing with my family, and I went to like Providence, Rhode Island, or some shit, and that's like fucking lesbianville, right?
Yeah.
And I was saying to my dad, like, why are all these women holding hands? I was probably like 8 or something. He's like, oh, they're gay and stuff, and I'm like, what? That's gross. So I don't know. Like it just like I had friends of mine I definitely thought were attractive, but I never felt myself dating them. And for me, it started just like with celebrities. Like I talk about, like when Dan and I just Mila Kunis, Ocean Ohio, when we were kind of like, And when the first girlfriend I had, I wasn't thinking like, I'm going to get her. We started being friends, and then dated. That's when I was in divorce, actually.
Yeah.
She lived down here. That's why I moved down here. But then, after we broke up, the joke was, oh, she was so psycho. She switching back to men because I still have dated men since. So,
well, Val, your first time, right? Yeah. Did you go out and say, I'm going to do this? Or did that happen and you're like, all right, I'm going to go along with this?
No, it kind of just happened. And I was just like, oh, this doesn't feel wrong. But again, by society standards, I have to be classified as bi because I could still see a guy that I think is attractive, and I could still speak to them and not be like, oh, I'm so disgusted by that. Whereas like a true lesbian can't do that. Like they can't make that,
That's a good point.
They cannot. They can't do that. But then there's some too that are like, they call them pillow princesses or whatever, that they would have, a girl do sexually, sexual acts to them, but they wouldn't reciprocate it.
Okay, so real quick, not to interrupt you, but Brandon's junk is frozen on the screen, so I just wanted to put that up there real quick. And then we'll take that out. Okay. So, I have a feeling his phone died, and that's why he's frozen. So I think that's where that crackling sound was coming from. But no, that's very interesting, Val, that you're saying that, because it's like at that point now it's like, well, now it's like I got to put my money where my mouth is in a sense.
Yeah.
Was it kind of like that? Yeah. Yeah. And
yeah, but it was very natural to me. Like that's why, I had a friend that was like, oh, you have to be one or the other. You can't be, but you can't like both.
Oh, well. Okay.
One more than the other, know? So I guess for me, at the end of the day, she was right, because I still like find women attractive. It feels more right for me being with them, even though I could like sexually be with a guy. I think emotionally, I'm not. That's not.
Is that true? Because I know you dated a couple of guys in between, And were you just not feeling it?
Yeah, I just wasn't. And I think that, and I mean, like, they could be hot and I could be like, oh, the sex was still good.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm not there.
She's such a guy. Val is such a guy. That's exactly what a guy does.
I know.
I could have sex with either one of you and not think anything of it. And then like buy you a pizza afterwards or something.
Oh my God.
I gotta go, you know. But it's a truth. That's such a guy mentality. It's true.
I know.
But like Pino, I think Mark is going to piss you off enough that one time you're going to be like, you know, whatever. Do you ever see that meme where the girls like,
no.
Do you ever see that meme?
Mark has taken me to levels, but I've never switched. No, and not to that level either. He's pissed me off though, and no.
Did you ever see that meme where the girl's like kissing up on the other girl and she's like, but I'm straight, and the girl says, but so is spaghetti until you get it wet. Oh, you know. So it's like, so I'm just saying, Pino might have like 6 shots in her future where she's like, what the fuck did I just do? Because
I'll get mad. No. I'll get mad enough to go and get like next time. It's like if there's a next time for me, it's like no. I mean, either I'm staying alone or I'm finding someone like, you know. I always want to build up better. So no. Not
is like a lot of times women will see like, oh, guys all love lesbians, blah blah blah, but they don't like guys and stuff like that, but they like girls on girls. And in all honesty, and I think Val, you'll definitely agree with this stuff again, the woman's body is much more attractive than a man's body. I don't care. You could be like what's his name? Who's the guy who plays Thor? What's his face?
See, now I disagree.
You know,
I totally disagree with that.
I don't like looking at my own Pino. I don't like looking at my own penis.
I think a man's physique, especially if I think a man.
You like looking at his, be honest. Do you like looking at his organ?
Huh?
Do you like looking at his organ? I don't like looking at my own organ. I'm just saying. You know?
Yeah, because I think a man's physique is attractive. Like
that's
your muscles, your arms, your everything, like the biceps.
Is Wing Wang? You looking at that? Come on, you're avoiding it because you're like, nah, that thing is ugly as fuck, and that's the truth.
No, I mean, if you're gonna manscape it, go. No, I don't think so.
Oh, let me tell you something. My shit looks like I paid for it. That's how well I manscape. But I'm just saying, like, it's not an attractive thing. Now maybe it's because I'm a straight guy. I don't know.
Yeah,
but, like I'm just
not as attractive. I don't think.
I feel bad for a girl that's got to look at that. I
can appreciate obviously the physique of a guy, but I mean, I'm all about like from the waist up, like some good pecs or whatever. They're all like muscular. Once it's like the downtown area, I'm like, you know.
Did you ever tell Melissa, hey, can you go? Did you ever tell Melissa, hey, can you go to the gym and just start bodybuilding? Because I want you to be like,
oh my god,
I want you to be like this with your vagina.
On women, that's disgusting to me.
It is. It's really super built. Yeah, it's true.
Zero attractiveness.
we're gonna unravel Pino like an onion. We're gonna just peel layers back and back and back.
Why?
I'm getting so much out of you. I'm getting so much out of you. It's a shame that Brandon's phone died, with his crotch being the last thing we saw. But like, and it was so apropos for this conversation because he's like, well,
it was actually.
Check this out.
Because I need Brandon to be like, damn right, the man's body is hot. Like, yeah.
Check this out. Please.
Yeah. Yeah, look at these biceps.
Look at this, bam. I don't know. I just think it's a funny thing. And I guess nowadays you have more options. I mean, it opens you up. Think about it.
Yeah.
The one funny thing was I was watching American Dad and Steve was being a prostitute, right? And so Roger, the alien, starts kowtowing to men. And he goes, yo, that's a guy. He goes, I just doubled your market. You know? And it's the truth. It's the truth. Val, you have a much larger market than Pino and I.
That is true, yeah.
I mean, Pino and I are taken, so we don't have any market at all.
I know.
But like Pino's like, it all depends on what I find on the phone. But like
that is true. It all depends on the
phone. But like now are you and Melissa now, and this is a funny thing too. Now that you're with Melissa, is the relationship, now it doesn't have to necessarily be Melissa because you've been with other girls too, but I mean, is the relationship different than when you're with a guy, say your ex-husband as an example?
Oh yeah, in like every way.
Is it like in every way? Like give me a for instance. Now obviously we're not talking about the sex part of it. We're talking about the in general as far as a relationship's concerned. I'm this way with so and so, but now that I'm with her, I don't have to do this or I don't have to do that. Is it stuff like that? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to describe.
Yeah, I think also too, because again, it just feels more natural to me. Like I feel like I can be myself more. Like take this example for instance, and you might agree with this because I talk to my friend Jack about this all the time. For women, you know, and not even just like doesn't have to be a gay woman. It could be a straight woman. I find when straight women dress up like, you know, they have like a baseball hat or whatever, I think that's hot. My ex-husband, big problem with it. So now it's like I can just friggin' wear whatever I want to. Not that I'm like dressing down or something, and not because I still like I was never one of those women to wear like guys' clothes, and I'm not attracted to women that are like that. I like women. Otherwise, what's the point? Like I might as well date a guy.
I think the old school term used to be lipstick. The old school term used to be lipstick lesbian.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, so I feel like I can be like that, and you know, women might find that attractive or whatever, and I know some guys do too. So I would say in that way.
So your ex-husband didn't like meeting girls at the softball team or anything like that. He didn't like that.
Those kind of lesbians I would not be dating. No.
They're very athletic.
A lot of them are like the butch type, and that's I've been attracted.
They all have that same I play golf haircut.
Yeah.
They wear those alligator, like they're the only people. They're the reason why alligator still makes clothing. I think is for them alone because guys don't wear that shit anymore.
No, they don't.
You know what I mean? But I think it's just that.
Yeah.
You know, you're a fashion person. Do you wear alligator?
No.
No, she's like, guys.
I'll do snake skin, but that's about.
She's like, get the fuck out of here, alligator. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like the little alligator polo shirts.
Oh, yeah.
She's
Ralph
like,
Lauren. That's Ralph. Yeah, Ralph Lauren.
Yeah.
Or no, Lacoste.
Yeah.
Lacoste. That's the alligator. Lacoste.
Yeah.
I'm against all polo shirts.
Yeah, all polo are alligator.
I bought a Lacoste cologne for him one Christmas. Oh, I love it. It smells so good.
Do you like Mark in a baseball hat?
I like the fresh, like when they like the fresh scent, like Cool Water. Cool Water. That was the best.
I love that cologne.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's my that one's my favorite.
Yeah.
Do you like Mark in a baseball hat?
That's all he wears. And being a painter, he wears a hat all day long, like a baseball cap, and then he has a ton of them. Yeah. I buy them for gifts for him, but to be honest with you, no. I like it when his hair, like he does his hair, and it's gelled up, and
that way, when he's getting involved with his hair.
Like when he was younger, to be honest, like when we were younger, like in our 20s, yes, it was the thing. It was cute.
Oh,
it was hot, but no.
And considering how long ago that was and when that was, that's true. Yeah.
Like I like the more sophisticated look. Yeah.
I think now, while he's in the bathroom, he's doing his hair. You're like, oh, fix your right side, fix your left side.
I don't need to do that. He does a fine job on his own. I don't need to help him with his hair.
Yeah,
he does a good job.
Everybody keep him distracted and go on his phone.
I don't dress him either. I don't dress him. He does that on his own.
You're like a style ninja. That's stupid. but no, that's crazy. So what we derived is that it was a happy ending for Val in more ways than one. And for Pino, she's like, oh hell no. Pino, you're cutting yourself off to half your market. Think about that. Think about that for a second.
Hey Dan, I'll give you this little tidbit. I don't fake it anymore, as I have faked it in the past.
She told me that in confidence, and it's the truth.
What the fuck? Really?
That's a what the fuck right there. Yeah.
Wow.
Val told me that many times.
Sometimes.
Yeah, Val told me that many times. She said,
"Yeah,
it's so different now. Now I'm actually getting off."
Never faked. Yeah.
That's great.
Val, I don't know if that's something or what.
But Val, when you faked it though, was it like obviously fake? Like, oh, so much, or
no,
or did you go to the school of Pino on sex where you're like?
No, but
It's
I
closing,
think we're coming into a new topic here. Faking fake
so.
orgasms as a what the fuck. Okay?
That'll come on another show. That will come on another show. Nice.
But I mean, hey, if you're not faking it no more, then that could be a reason why some females would want to switch teams right there.
That's a good point too. That's a good point too.
Yes,
Val, did the lack of good sex heavily push you to say, I really need to explore this?
I don't know. I think it's just because I'm curious, by nature.
Or did you not know you weren't having good sex? Because that's a possibility too, that you didn't know you weren't having.
Yeah, within comparison.
Right.
Because honestly, Rob was like we were each other's firsts,
Yeah.
And we were like,
That's always
wait
a special thing.
Wait a second. That makes a big difference right there.
It does. It really does.
So if you were each other's first, then like how do you know what was good and what wasn't? Like what did you like and what you don't like? I mean,
Right.
I'm not trying to like say like I've been with a ton of men, but like
she would have done a bunch of posters, so she knows what to do.
Well, not but probably because if I was alone by myself, I'd be getting where I needed to go more than if he was in the room. Like he would become Ross in Friends, where he's just eating a sandwich off to the side.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't promote this.
Girl, you need a steam. Yeah.
I don't promote this, but when you're young, this is where cheating comes into play because that's how you figure out what you're doing. It's like cheating. Cheating when you're young is like when you do a scrimmage versus a regular game. Like it doesn't count towards your ranking.
Scrimmage.
It doesn't count towards your ranking, but it's giving you good practice in the long run. So
Dan,
take it as you will.
Brandon back for the show, or
I don't know if we're getting Brandon back. I think it's crotch overloaded the system, and therefore he got locked off. But guys, this was a great show. I'm glad we did this. For Brandon's crotch, for Val, and for Pino, my name's Danny J. Until next time, what the fuck?
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
All right. So I have some feedback from people.
Cool.
That if you guys want
to, before you do that, do we just don't do those two shows and that's it?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that first off, that show went 45 minutes. Do we want to try to redo that show?
That didn't go 45 minutes. No, that wasn't 45 minutes. That was two shows.
That was total.
Within total. That's total. Yeah.
Oh, okay.